Hello, we are Kaveat, helping you sign the contracts that you deserve. Contracts between parties with power imbalances are inherently unfair, and this is problematic. An example of this is within the influencer and modeling industries. Let me show you what I mean. Here are a few pages of a modeling contract I was presented with at 19. I did my best to read over the contract and found these clauses that made me uncomfortable because I didn't like the idea that I was giving up consent. I negotiated it out with my agent, but unbeknownst to me at the time, there were clauses that were worse, more harmful, more predatory, and less fair. For example, I could be charged for whatever they wanted, or the contract would renew without my approval. And I just didn't understand these clauses, full of legal jargon, enough to even know that I should negotiate them. But I am just one of millions of models and influencers. Through numerous interviews, social media forums, polls, and rallies, we know that this is not just a personal problem, it's an unaddressed gap in the market. The exploitative nature of these industries creates a breeding ground for messy and legal situations. And this same problem impacts many different sectors. It's more than just power dynamics. At the root of it is a knowledge and information imbalance. This is a pain point that freelancers at large feel. Really, it's a pain point felt by anyone signing a contract. So we built the solution. Meet Kaveat. We allow users to upload and scan their contracts directly to the app, and then we automatically provide simplified explanations of each clause. We also provide statistics and information around whether the clause is negotiable and what the implications of signing it actually entail. For example, negotiating usage rights can increase your contract value by thousands of dollars. So we let the user know what this means and encourage them to get compensated accordingly. In addition, if the users want to talk to a lawyer, we help them connect directly through Kaveat to trusted and specialized lawyers that match their needs. On the back end, we're using a combination of natural language processing algorithms on a proprietary data set crowdsourced directly from influencers and models and pre-processed by legal experts. We are providing information and a way to connect to lawyers. We are not providing legal advice, which is made clear through a disclaimer.
In terms of estimated annual revenue, we estimate the total market to be 23 billion. Tapping into only 1% of that, we would reach 230 million. Let me break these down. First is the influencer market, as that is our beachhead. On average, influencers sign 72 contracts a year. With only a 1% conversion rate of the 17 million influencers in the US, we'd have an estimated annual revenue of $61 million. If we look at the wider freelancer market, capturing only 1% of the 59 million freelancers, our revenue would increase to $159 million. Additionally, through Kaveat's platform connecting users and lawyers, we estimate over 23 million in scalable revenue by charging lawyers a transaction fee. This provides an extra benefit to our users and benefits lawyers by increasing their visibility. We're focusing on building trust within our community first. However, the ability to connect users with a lawyer is a huge market of its own. Long term, this would be the most profitable source of revenue for Kaveat. We're starting off with influencers and models as we have domain expertise and established networks, but we plan to scale to freelancers, employment contracts, and expand into other industries like real estate. With each step, we increase our user base and total revenue. So what is the status quo? Current legal tech solutions are focused on contract lifecycle management and generation among B2Bs and don't actually equip everyday people like you and me to understand and negotiate contracts. Law firms for creatives and freelancers exist, however, they're not affordable. Solutions exist for managing the financials and accounting for creatives, but what's more powerful than knowing how much other creatives are making? Ensuring your contract reflects how much you should be getting paid. Overall, we help users save money, make money, and take control over their careers. A little bit about us. We all met at Cornell Tech on day one of orientation. Dorothy is currently getting her Master's of Engineering and she studied computer science at Columbia. She worked as a quantitative researcher at NASA and an NLP engineer in both the private and public sectors. She has also been working as a model for 7 years. I'm a Master's of Law student and previously studied law at Warwick and Monash universities. I'm currently interning at Red Bear Angels. Prior to Cornell, I worked at eBay as a legal officer and analyzed the status of international contracts at the Court of Justice of the EU. And I've been a content creator since 2009. Christine is also getting her Master's of Engineering and studied computer science at Cornell. Professionally, she spent 2 years working as a full-stack software engineer at Capital One, where she built a system integration testing framework from the ground up. This is why we are the right team to solve this problem. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to continuing this conversation.